Hello and welcome to this YouTube presentation on a quick guide to the Zachman Framework. My name is Charles Richter and I'm the Principal Consultant for Repose Pty Limited. In 1987, John Zachman published an article called A Framework for Information Systems Architecture. According to the Wikipedia, quote, "The Zachman Framework is a framework for enterprise architecture which provides a formal and highly structured way of viewing and defining an enterprise. The basic idea behind the Zachman Framework is that the same complex thing or item can be described for different purposes in different ways using different types of descriptions. The Zachman Framework provides the 36 necessary categories for completely describing anything, especially complex things like manufactured goods, constructed structures, and enterprises. The framework provides 6 increasingly detailed views or levels of abstraction from 6 different perspectives." Unquote. The 6 scopes or phases of the Zachman Framework are the contextual, conceptual, logical, physical, as-built, and functioning enterprise. As an aside, John Zachman worked for IBM until 1982. In my opinion, it is important to understand how the Zachman Framework works by understanding the role each stakeholder plays, the deliverables they produce, and their skills. This table shows the role of the stakeholder, both business and technology, responsible for each of the 6 phases. I cover the skills and detailed deliverables for each stakeholder in other YouTube presentations. Please see our presentation website for access to them. The enterprise architect will need to address phases 1 and 2, the systems designer phase 3, the technical builders phase 4, the programmers phase 5, and the business operatives phase 6. To get a full appreciation of how these phases match up with the information architecture, i.e. concept, logical and physical, please go to www.repose.com and click on the link called Framework Comparison. The 6 columns of the Zachman Framework represent the deliverables of each of the rows. Due to the YouTube restrictions, the diagram may not be all that legible. Please use the search engine with the word Zachman Framework. This diagram can be found in the Wikipedia reference. Now each phase has 6 deliverables, making a total of 36. If you recall, the Zachman Framework provides the 36 necessary categories for completely describing anything, especially complex things. In my opinion, these are the deliverables. I will discuss the deliverables in the next 6 slides. Each column's deliverables extends the detail of the previous row's deliverable. The order of the rows, according to what I've read, is not significant. Hence, they can be undertaken in parallel or serially. In row 1, the contextual scope, the 6 deliverables are 1. List of important things to the business, probably brainstormed. 2. Business processes, located by analyzing the existing business or through brainstorming. 3. Business locations, the existing business infrastructure. 4. Important organizations, the suppliers and major customers. 5. Events from existing documents and or through brainstorming. And 6. Goals and strategies, probably through brainstorming. As I mentioned in my presentation on the responsibilities of the Repose Architect Grade 3 or the Systems Architect, I mentioned that from my experience, brainstorming sessions are unfocused and can lead to burnout, thus reducing the effectiveness of the session and the likelihood of business operatives resisting attending further brainstorming sessions. Hence, the less brainstorming, the better. In row 2, the conceptual scope, the deliverables are 1. The conceptual data model. This requires multiple brainstorming modeling sessions and or normalization techniques. 2. Business process model. This requires multiple brainstorming sessions. 3. Business logistics systems. Requires analyzing the existing systems. 4. Workflow model also requires analyzing existing practices. 5. Master schedule needs brainstorming sessions. 6. Business plan, probably written by a technical writer based on either the deliverables from columns 1 through 5 or authored independently. In row 3, the logical scope, the deliverables are 1. The logical data model, an extension to the conceptual data model, which was developed through multiple brainstorming sessions. 2. Systems architecture model, an extension to the business process model, also delivered through multiple brainstorming sessions. 3. Distributed systems architecture, an extension to the business logistics system. 4. Human interface architecture, an extension to the workflow model. 5. processing structure and extension to the master schedule, which is also dependent on the brainstorming for its development. And 6, the business rule model and extension to the business plan. In row 4, the physical scope, the deliverables are 1, the physical data model and extension to the logical data model. 2, technology design model and extension to the systems architecture model. 3, technology architecture and extension to the distributed systems architecture. 4, presentation architecture and extension to the human interface architecture. 5, control structure and extension to the processing structure. And 6, the rule design and extension to the business rule model. In row 5, the as-built scope, the deliverables are 1, data definition and extension to the physical data model. 2, program and extension to the technology design model. 3, the network architecture and extension to the technology architecture. 4, security architecture and extension to the presentation architecture. 5, timing definition and extension to the control structure. And 6, the rule speculation, probably an extension to the rule design. In row 6, the functioning enterprise scope, the deliverables are 1, usable data and extension to the data definition. 2, working function and extension to programs. 3, usable network and extension to the network architecture. 4, functioning organization and extension to the security architecture. 5, implemented schedule and extension to the timing definition. And 6, working strategy, probably an extension to the rule speculation. In closing, I'd like to thank you for viewing this presentation. The PDF of this presentation is available for a small fee should you want to assist us further the aims of repose.com and especially repose.org. You can find the aims of repose.org on www.repose.org. You can reach me by sending an email to charles.richter@repose.com. The next presentation you may want to look at covers a comparison between the Zachman Framework and Repose. Once again, thank you for your attention.